podcast started.
Okay. Have you been to India before?
Yeah.
Okay. For like the video, like we're not gonna have us talking. So could you say like when I ask you a question, try to use the question in your like answer. Like say like, yes, I've been to India before. Okay.
ਉੱਚੀ ਨਾਲ ਥੋੜਾ
Ready?
loud.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Go.
Yes, I've been to India before.
How did you feel about going to India? Like before, you know, when someone, your parents probably went. Who did you go with?
My parents.
Okay, so like they probably got tickets. So how did you feel about like going to India? Like, did you want to go? Like,
It was exciting because hearing about like stories about my parents being in India and everything, I wanted to experience it myself and like get to know the culture and where I'm from.
okay. Do you remember like the plane ride?
It was long, the plane ride.
Do you remember like when the first time you went to India was? Like, do you know what year?
I was really young. I think I was like 3 or 4.
For how long did you go?
I actually went to school there for a year.
Do you know what grade?
It was kindergarten.
Okay, so how did you feel when you like immediately landed in India? Was it like different from Canada?
It was really different. Everything, the people, the environment.
Did you feel like you fit in, or like did you feel like an outsider?
I felt like an outsider. It was like everybody would look, and they could tell that you were not from India.
So did you enjoy your time in India?
Yeah, it was fun. It was different.
Like so how many times have you gone to India?
About 3 times.
3 times.
Say I've gone to India 3 times.
Yeah, can you say?
Yep, I've gone to India about 3 times.
Okay. Sounds good. Thanks.
Thank you.
It's on.
So like in India, were there anything like similarities like to Canada? Did you feel like you were in a totally different place with nothing that was similar?
There were similarities, like there were fast food restaurants that were the same, and also like clothing stores and stuff, but other than that, like the people and everything were different and the whole environment, so.
Were the people nice to you, or were they like, how did they act?
They were nice, but they did act different, like they knew that I wasn't from there.
Yeah. So like I know that you said that you went to school as a kid in India. Like what were your thoughts? Were you when you first left to India, do you remember? If not, are there any thoughts when you go to visit now?
When I went to school in India, it was a lot harder than here, and the teachers and everything were a lot more strict, and it's just different.
Okay, 1 sec.
Ask about the food.
Yeah, 1 sec. Okay, so like where in India were you staying? Like, can you describe the area, or do you know the name and stuff? Can you?
It was Gurdaspur. That's all I know.
Okay, like how was your house like?
Just say I lived in good hospital
Okay, can you say it
I
again?
lived in Gurdaspur
with my family.
with
Okay,
my
yes.
grandparents.
Can you say it one more time? I think
Okay,
I was
okay.
talking.
I lived in Gurdaspur with my grandparents.
Like, can you like maybe describe like the house a little bit, or like how like it was, or maybe something about your family there, or anything that you could talk about?
The house was different, like the inside, how.
Yeah, I get it, like the layout.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Can you like talk about your experience in India, like the food, culture, activities, like maybe about like the environment more, like how you mentioned how it was different, like how so, or like any activities that you did there?
The food there was a
One
lot
sec.
different. Okay.
So, could you talk about like your experience in India regarding culture, just the environment or anything?
The food there I like Indian food, so it was good because I had it a lot. But if I was ever craving something different, there were a lot of fast food restaurants, and the thing is, because there's such a demand of vegetarian foods there, the menu was like, there was a separate menu for vegetarians, and that also was a lot different than how it is here.
Yeah. Anything else?
No, that's it. How did I start that?
Could you start by telling us your name?
I'm Rita Tour, age 18.
Have you been to India before?
I have been to India before.
Don't laugh. How did you feel like when you found out that you were going to India?
I was very excited when I found out I was going to India.
Could you describe the excitement a little more? Like, where did you like?
I was so excited to see the different cultures in India.
Like, he's laughing. How did you feel about the plane ride? Like, how did you feel in... No, do you remember the plane ride?
Yes, I remember the plane ride. It was very long and anxious.
How did you feel when you immediately landed in India?
The atmosphere in India was completely different.
Like, what do you mean?
It was very humid. And yeah, the climate's very different.
Did you enjoy your time in India?
Yes. Yes, I enjoyed my time in India. It was, yeah.
Do you remember where in India you stayed?
No,
Who did you go to India with?
with you.
No, but you have to say
I went to India with my grandparents and cousins.
Do you remember how old you were?
When I first went, I was a baby, but then I went around 4 times after that too.
What ages were they?
8 months. I don't know. The rest.
It was in like high
Hey, Charlie,
school.
are you going to
1 year old.
But jeg gikk i burde now, you know, my grade 11 so then you were in
Yeah.
grade 8?
7.
7, so you're in grade 7. Okay, so like, since you said you've gone more than once, like, has it changed? Do you like notice any changes in
It's
India?
become more westernized. They have a lot of the same stores that they have in Canada now. Like the fast food stores, the clothing stores.
Can you describe, like, since you mentioned that they do, like one time that you were in India and you went somewhere and you felt like maybe you were back home? Maybe at the movie theater or at, like, the stores? Just talk about your time. Like, do you have any story, like, from, like, when you were there, when you went to a store or a movie theater where you felt as if, like, you know, this could be...
They have.
That you could have been in Canada, like...
They had the malls that were around like 5 stories. It was really similar to Canada.
So... Did you learn anything from going to India, like, I don't know.
No.
You never learned anything about your culture?
I learned more about the Indian culture in its truest form.
So, like, I know that before you went to India, like, you used to hear stories from your parents and stuff. Like, was it like that, or do you think it was different?
It was a bit more different because, again, it's more westernized now.
Okay.
No,
Et
but
cetera, et
yeah, you
cetera.
have to say like, hearing my parents' stories, my experience was like you have to like use a question in the thing.
Hearing my parents' stories from when they used to live there, it's much more different now. It was more westernized.
Okay. Do you have anything else you'd like to say? Okay, thank you so much.
Visit India tourist.
Being quiet. Alright.
Okay, so for this, when I say your name, first I want to go around in a circle. Everyone says what their name is, okay? Serena, you start.
Serena.
No, you have to
No,
say.
just say my
My
name
name
is Serena.
is Serena. My name is Serena. That's better.
Arman?
That's my name is Armand.
Ja?
My name is Ja.
Maybe?
My name is Mayher.
Okay, so who here has gone to India? Arman, you've not gone to India.
Yes, we did when I was a baby. You were a
No,
baby.
you didn't.
Yeah, he was there. He was birthday da banaya si.
Oh.
Oh, he did.
So
He
Serena,
doesn't
you've
remember
been-
ਮੂੰਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਪਣੀ ਤੇ ਕਰਨੀ ਸਿੱਧਾ ਰੱਖੋ
My mom told me that.
Yeah, you did go.
ਚਾਹ ਇਦਾਂ ਦੇ ਕੰਮ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਨੇ
Okay, Mama Ji. Serena, then you've been to India too, so raise up your hand. Who here has been to India? Okay.
Armand, you don't know anything about
It's okay though. So Meher,
I know very deadly stuff about India.
what do you know about India?
Wasps. Ja.
Anybody else know anything
And
about
dogs
India?
on the streets. And lizards everywhere. And I know which one too. And snakes. Just like the India dog is dead now. Actually, the small one. The pug? Pomeranians are very popular.
Meher, do you remember anything when you stayed in India?
I know.
No fighting.
Shorty Pooji got attacked by bees.
Okay, guys, please stop.
Mom got
Meher,
attacked by bees.
Meher.
We have to buy us whatever we want. Oh, God.
Okay, now go sit back.
ਮੈਂ
You
ਗੱਲ
have to
ਸੁਣ
buy
ਜਾ
us whatever you
ਜਾ
want.
ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਮੂਵੀ ਜਾਣੇ ਆ ਜਾਂ ਕਿਤੇ ਆਉਣੇ ਤਾਂ ਹਿੱਲੀ ਦਾ ਨਹੀਂ
Who's
ਓਕੇ
that?
ਚੁੱਪ ਕਰਕੇ ਸਟਿਲ ਹੋ ਕੇ ਬੈਠ ਜਾਓ ਤੇ
Who
ਨੇੜੇ
are
ਹੋਵੋ
you?
ਨਾਲੇ ਥੋੜਾ
Oh, God. There's
ਅਰਮਾਨ
something here.
ਸਾਰੇ ਜਣੇ ਉਧਰ ਕੈਮਰੇ 'ਚ ਦੇਖੋ
Alright, everyone.
ਓਕੇ
Okay, everyone look in here. Okay,
ਨਾਈਸਲੀ ਜਾ
okay,
YouTube
okay.
ਤੇ ਚੰਗਾ ਲੱਗੂਗਾ ਇੱਥੇ ਬਣਿਆ
Okay, Meher, so I know you stayed in India. Can you tell us something? You don't have to be shy, it's just me asking.
Alright, Serena, what do you know about India?
Okay, there's like these stands, and then they sell food. That's called a langar hall. Oh, and there's a gurdwara, probably, maybe. The Golden Temple.
Do you guys know what the Golden Temple is?
Is it like? Is this like water thing that you can go swimming? This is really cold. In the face. It's really cold. In a boat. What? It's really that. There's a face on a boat.
Okay. Meher, okay, please no hitting. Meher, so you went to school in India. How was it?
She went to school in India.
She didn't go to school in India.
Oh, you were too little. You were a baby, but do you remember anything about India? No?
ਚਾਪ
Don't kick, please. Please.
Everyone,
You should be sitting
everyone
down
is
here.
together.
It's okay, please.
Sit down there and jump up here.
Whoa.
ਚਾਪ ਓਕੇ ਅਰਮਾਨ ਚਲੋ ਥੱਲੇ ਬੈਠੋ
This
ਪਲੀਜ਼
is
ਓਕੇ
eyes.
ਉਧਰ ਦੇਖੋ
Okay, Meher, what do you remember about
Hey,
India?
what about our names? There's this
You wanna do-
place
you wanna
where
do
you
the
can
names
clean
again?
off.
No. Where did you stay? Who did you stay with?
Now boys do it. What? Boys do it. Imagine if there was this. place where you can clean off.
Do you remember anything?
There's a Strova.
Yeah, that's what it is. At the Golden
I know
Temple.
something. Yeah, that's the Golden Temple. That's the only thing I remember. That's a Langar Hall.
Yeah.
Mama told me stuff of India.
What did they do? What does Mama tell you?
Mama you can get the small dog in India is dead now. That's your relative. Now they have a big dog. Now they have a big dog. This is talking about the
So you guys
country.
so when are you guys going back to India?
Oh, on my birthday. I'm never going
On your
to
birthday?
India.
Oh,
I'm
so
never going
when
on
are
my
you?
birthday. And I already did my Christmas concert.
Let Serena speak.
On my
Serena, please talk. You're going on your birthday? Talk
on
about-
my birthday on July 20th, we're going to India for 2 months on summer break. 2 months? And so, yeah.
Are you excited or nervous?
How do you feel about
I'm
going?
excited.
Meher, are you excited?
There's a
Armand, are
thing
you
where you
excited?
can wash off in the Golden Temple.
Are you excited, Emma?
You go.
Emma, let's
Chocolate, go, you go.